Stephen Gaines. Being outdoors has always been an extreme hobby of mine. When I got to college, I knew I wanted to get into some extracurricular activity. I had got into Texas trophy hunters from a buddy. He drove me along to a meeting one night. We both walked through the doors and said that, one day we're gonna hopefully be able to maybe run this chapter. And I had known about Texas trophy hunters in general growing up. Just knew it was the right fit. When I became president and got asked who we were wanting to donate to, we went through the list and Trinity Oaks popped up on the map, and there was no way we were going to turn them down. There's no way we were going to pass them up. All the things that they do and all the amazing blessings, lifetime bucket list items that they are able to help kids and veterans and terminally ill, it's just unreal. I couldn't think of two better organizations,
We met Stephen Gaines several years ago. He actually approached us at the Texas Trophy Hunters Show in Fort Worth, introduced himself and let us know that he was part of the Texas A&M chapter of Texas Trophy Hunters. They had an upcoming fundraiser that they wanted the funds to go to Trinity Oaks. They had heard about what we do, they had seen what we've done on social media, and they wanted to be part of the Trinity Oaks family.
We're here today to talk kind of about an allegiance of ages and times, but the principles of heart that we're all here for. Trophy hunters some 40 years ago got started to be that voice of education and compassion in the industry. One of the great things it did was start college chapters, and Stephen Gaines now represents the Texas A&M chapter.
I fell in love with the organization when I was a sophomore in college, and I thought to myself, man, I want to run this one day. And 2 years ago, I applied to be an officer and became an officer with a couple friends of mine. And we went into the first meeting, and there was 3 members at the meeting. The next meeting after that as officers, there was 60. And today, we now have 200 members. So it's really grown really fast, and it's been awesome.
You guys exemplify what Trophy Hunters are about, particularly the youth education, continuing on the model that was set before us by the founders and predecessors with Texas Trophy Hunters Association. So I congratulate you for that. And obviously it wasn't all just about your chapter. Y'all had a passion and a heart that wanted to give to others. So talk to us about the donation you decided to make.
So we're donating $15,000 to Trinity Oaks for their foundation this year from our fall banquet.
Trinity Oaks was founded on the principle of giving back to make a difference in the lives of others. We started out as a youth organization introducing kids to the outdoors, hunting and fishing, and then it rapidly grew into something so much more. It's just amazing to see how organizations coming together can impact so many lives. At that time, I had no idea that we would ever have him participating in one of our dream hunts. I was on social media one day on Facebook and saw a posting that Stephen was battling a disease, and we wanted to do something for Stephen.
I got diagnosed about 4 years ago now with a chronic illness. Basically, it was an autoimmune disease to my liver, being that I was at that point in time a freshman in college, getting told that I couldn't play sports, couldn't drive the tractor or do a lot of the things that I grew up doing and loving. It was really tough. The doctor even told me that I wasn't allowed to pull back a bow anymore. That's all I did growing up was bow hunt. About a year ago, I guess, we went in for just a regular checkup with my doctor. Everything had been going good. The doctor came in and pulled my parents in and sat us down. And at that point, we knew something was different. And he walked in and diagnosed me with liver cancer. And it was a tough thing to hear, a really tough thing to hear. I mean, it's a tough thing for anybody to hear, but one thing that really helped was the outdoors. The outdoors Trinity Oaks, Texas Trophy Hunters, all my friends and especially my family, but these organizations played a big part in helping me overcome those feelings and that emotion.
This segment of Trophy Hunters TV is brought to you by Swagger Bipods, the bipod with moves.
I'm Kurt Gaines, I'm Steven's dad, and we came out to shoot a trophy buck. You know, he's 22 years old. Was told he could invite 2 friends. They certainly couldn't shoot anything, but they could come with him. Instead of choosing 2 of his closest friends, he invited me, his dad, and his younger brother, and I thought that was just amazing that we were on the invitation list. It was very special.
My name is Ryan Cantu, and this weekend I'm Stephen Gaines' master guide. Well, the ranch is located just a mile or 2 north of Batesville. It's a real diverse terrain. Got some red clay soils in one section of the ranch and some rolling rocky hills in other sections, some real thick blackjack brush in other sections. It's great for the deer. It's not great for the hunter. It can be tough. We've got axis, we've got whitetail, we've got some exotics. So we really just kind of set out to shoot the biggest what species we can find.
Day one, besides just wanting to get here, the long hike from El Campo to here was kind of tough, you know, sitting in the truck, sitting in traffic, thinking about what's gonna happen this weekend was really heavy on my mind, kind of anxious, kind of nervous at the same time. And then we get here and we go make sure the gun's on site and opted out to just go ride around the property and kind of take a look at the place and get a good view of it in the daytime before the morning hunt. And wow, I mean, we drove maybe 25 yards and saw a 140, 150 class deer 15 yards away from us in the brush. And from that point on, it was non-stop action. I don't think we drove more than 100 or 200 yards without stopping every single time, just to look at another gorgeous whitetail or an axis or any of the exotics that they have out here. It was just, from that point on, I knew this weekend was going to be special. First day, woke up, adrenaline was pumping. Wasn't too sure what we were gonna see, but we knew it was gonna be a good morning. It was a little warm outside. I mean, we went to the blind in a short sleeve shirt. We knew it was gonna be good. Got up in the stand, and before the sun was anywhere close to coming up, we could already see animals crawling everywhere. We probably had at least 20, 25 deer already coming down the right-of-ways and the senderos, and before long the sun was up, and everywhere you looked, there was a new deer. Pretty great morning. Seen a bunch of deer here on the Thumbtack Ranch and caught a glimpse of a nice axis buck. And didn't get a shot, but it's a long weekend, and I think we're about to get out of the stand and go walk around. It's gonna be a good day. We got back and Charlie had breakfast ready, which Charlie is one heck of a cook. We found out really quick. I mean, there's tons of activities that you can take place in out here. They got a heck of a shooting range set up, and somebody brought up the comment of if we had any tannerite out here. And so we dug around and found some, and we knew we had to at least shoot 1 or 2 little bottles of tannerite. It ended up being, I think, 4 or 5. So we took them out and set them up and got them ready, and found a old pumpkin from Halloween. Yeah, down here in Texas, we don't mess around. We know how to get things done and we know how to blow stuff up. Man, what a time. There you go. Thanks, man. That's pretty freaking cool.
Hey, good job. Good shooting.
Good job. Sorry, Thomas.
This segment is provided by Big and J. The aroma is super strong, the range is super long.
The evening hunt was another one for the books for sure. The norther was blowing in. It was pretty windy during the midday afternoon, early afternoon. I mean, it was probably blowing 20, 25 miles per hour, but that wasn't about to stop us from getting in the blind. Figured we probably were gonna definitely see a bunch of deer, but we were going to. We just had a feeling that we were gonna get it done, and it was pretty slow. It was pretty slow at first, and we sat there for a good 30 or 45 minutes and only watched a couple doe and some yearlings. We didn't actually end up getting to shoot one that evening, but we were able to do a little management work.
So we're about to run out of camera light, and there is a spike in the pasture, and he's limping. He's hurt, and so I asked Stephen if he would mind help putting his part in for management also, and he was happy to oblige.
That was good. It helped kind of knock the dust off and give confidence in all the partners in the stand that we could definitely get the job done if a big one stepped out. I'm so honored that I get to help y'all out in that process.
It's an honor for us to host you.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, we get to do something we enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And at the same time help people in need. All kinds of people in need, veterans, help them get away, kids, help them introduce them to the outdoors. And then at the same time with the same animal at the same moment, feed a family in need. Or it's a cool gig, man. It's an incredible privilege to be a part of this organization. It's our privilege to host you. This weekend's about you, so appreciate you putting one down. I just wanted to make sure you could hit something.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Hopefully I can make a good shot on a big trophy tomorrow. Yeah, it was kind of tough sleeping last night. I was a little nervous. The pressure was on. I think we all were a little nervous because it's that last morning sit, and it's either going to happen or it's not going to happen. And if it does happen, the hunter has to be on because that's probably the only chance that we're going to get.
Lots of deer early, just not the right deer early. So we're there, we're patient, we're being patient. We know it's going to happen, and here he comes.
So we see him behind this big, thick mesquite bush. We can tell that he's an older, big-bodied deer. Not 100% sure what yet, but we know that he's headed in the right direction. And sure enough, he comes out a little farther into a small opening, and we're studying him, and finally we decide, you know what, that's the one. If he gives us a shot, we're gonna take him.
So the brush is fairly thick. We're shuffling around, deer are getting nervous, I'm getting nervous. We finally get settled in. We got the deer, we got on him, Stephen's gotten on him. We're just waiting for everything to come together, and he's behind this bush and he's taking his time coming around.
He was headed in that direction, but like all hunts and all adventures go, especially with wild animals, you never know what they're gonna do, and sometimes what you think they're gonna do isn't necessarily what they're gonna do. They usually, most of the time, have other plans.
We got up this morning. It was quite cold and calm, so we figured it was going to be pretty good. We decided to go ahead and move around again. We went into another area of the ranch.
And then out of nowhere, big deer steps out, 75 yards probably.
He's got to go one direction instead of the other. He makes up his mind he's going the direction we need him to go. Takes about 3 or 4 steps, all the stars are lining up, and bingo, Stephen gets his deer. Right in front of the shoulder.
He's hit. And he finally came out into that bigger opening that we were talking about, and we made it happen. That was it.
Yes, sir.
I smell gunpowder.
Yes, sir.
He makes a great shot. I see the deer jump and kick and run, and I can actually see him bleeding the moment he's shot. And we lose sight of him, but we're all very confident that he didn't go far.
I had to wait till Sunday, but we did it.
Thank you for taking the pressure off of me.
I was a little nervous last night,
I was getting nervous.
but this morning.
A lot was going through my mind. It was one of those moments that was almost, kind of speechless, because in one sense, I just shot a buck of a lifetime, a trophy white-tailed deer. And in the other sense, I knew that the meat that was harvested from this animal was going to be used in a very good and special way. It's going to be donated, all the meat, back to Trinity Oaks and given to a family or an orphanage in need. And so it's kind of a mixed emotions, Very, very excited to be able to shoot an animal of that caliber.
He was right in here. That's what I saw spit out, lung. I knew I saw something splash out.
And then he ran this way.
That 308's vicious.
I sent Stephen a text message to see, I said, did you shoot anything? And I thought I heard a shot, but I wasn't sure if it was him or somebody else. And he sends me pictures back of him and this beautiful monster buck. And I'm like, okay, that's the answer.
Wow.
Twinkle toes. Look at those hooves.
Golly.
Look at his hooves.
Oh, God, look at his hooves.
What in the world?
Man, we walked up to this buck and he was huge. He was wide, tall, a few extra kickers here and there on his left side. Just an incredible deer, his huge body.
Wow. Got the shakes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm so blessed to be able to have you here, Dad, to experience this with me.
Son, I'm
It's something
54
else.
years old. You just smoked me.
Oh, man.
Wow. Good job.
It was a heck of a hunt. I can't thank the A&M chapter enough, because I feel like everything happens for a reason. God works in mysterious ways. If it wasn't for me going to that one meeting that night, things could be different. I might not have overcame that adversity that quick. Can't thank Trinity Oaks and Texas Trophy Hunters enough for the opportunity to come out here and experience this with them and be able to be successful and get it done. We were able to do it this weekend. looking forward to the future for both organizations, and not only that, but our relationship that we continue to grow, and hopefully the future is bright. This is definitely one of them. It's definitely something that's going to last a lifetime.